Okay, welcome back to Module 7, Lesson 1. Remember, we're talking about delivering exceptional customer service. Okay, so we're going to talk about getting 5-star reviews and 5-star referrals. These are going to be the key factors to simple growth in your business are 5-star reviews and 5-star referrals. I know 5-star referrals, probably never heard of 5-star referrals, have you? But I can guarantee you, if you can master this one part, your business will grow organically without you having to spend a shitload of money on advertising. It will change the whole dynamic of your profit margins. So let me give you an example of this, is that if you're having to spend money just to get customers every time you get a client because your service sucks and you're horrible and you can't get them organically, it may be 10% of your budget. Let's say you're doing $1 million a year in gross revenue and you're having to spend 12 to 15%. If you're spending 15%, you're spending $150,000 a year just to get your clientele. But what if you were getting your clientele organically because you have done such a phenomenal job of getting 5-star reviews and 5-star referrals? And you were only spending maybe 1 or 2%. Now you're putting an additional $140,000 back into your own pocket in profit margins because you have really made this a priority to be a 5-star company in every way. When you're a 5-star company, the 5-star referrals come in, the 5-star reviews come in, and it's like a gold mine just pouring money into your pockets in your business. It makes all the difference. The less money you have to spend on ads because you provide such amazing service, the more profitable you're going to be as a company. And that's going to change the whole dynamic of your business. Remember, the more money you put in your pocket, the more money you get to keep, the higher you'll be able to sell that company for years down the road when you want to have an exit strategy. You say, look, how much do you spend on advertising? We don't spend any money on advertising. We have all 5-star reviews. We focus on becoming a 5-star company in every way across the board. So 5-star reviews, how do you get them? Provide exceptional customer service. Provide exceptional service in every possible way. From the time your first interaction is with that client, your attitude is you're happy. You're so grateful and excited that they called you, that they chose you to do business with. Because remember, they could have chose anybody to do business with, but they chose you. So be grateful. So thank you so much for calling, Miss Jones. How are you doing today? How can we help you? It makes all the difference in the world. I know you've called other people and you've been like, oh my God, they just seem like they're pissed off because we called them. Let me assure you of this. That's real. It happens all the time. I can call 20 different companies and tell you bad, 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 good, good, bad, bad, good, good, bad. It's horrible because they don't and have not built their business around the idea of creating a 5-star exceptional service business. And that's going to be the difference maker. So every time you go to a client's home, to a client's business, or you do any kind of service with any client, you want to be so good and so happy, so excited, go over and above and beyond everything possible to provide the very best 5-star service so you can get that 5-star review. You want them to look at you like, this place is amazing. This place is awesome. I love this place. They're so cool. And you're going to get those 5-star reviews. You can even do, sometimes not even provide the best service, but your attitude is so good that they're going to give you that 5-star review. When you get 5-star reviews, you get 5-star referrals. You can build your entire business around 5-star referrals. When you're so good at what you can say, hey, Miss Jones, look, I hope you had a great experience with us. I'm so glad that we got to serve you today. So if you could refer us, we would appreciate that so much. And if you have any referrals you'd like to give us today while we're here in your home, while we're here in your business, we would love to have those. We'll just call them. We'll tell them that you referred us. They're like, they would be glad to do because you provided such a 5-star service. They're going to give you 5-star referrals. You can just ask for the referrals. It's like money. It's like putting money on a tree. Give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. That's what it's like. Your business depends on you creating around a 5-star effect. The whole attitude, the whole personality. And it starts at the leadership top. It starts at the very top with the leadership, with you setting the examples for everyone else to follow inside of your company. So when you meet someone for the first time, smile. Hey, how you doing? My name is Eric Rios. It's so good to meet you. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you so much for calling our office today. Thank you so much for allowing us to come out to serve you and your family. Holy cow, let us start with that and then provide that powerful 5-star service to where you've gone above and beyond and you've been so good at what you do that they would never call anybody else. I've read so many reviews on my own son's business. They say something like this: I would never call anybody else. I would never call anybody else because I loved him so much. When you can be so impactful, when you walk into that client's home or in that client's business, or they walk into your store, that changes everything. We were at a restaurant the other day, so-called, a little more of a high-class restaurant. My wife and I walked in there, and we stood there, and we stood there, and we stood there, and they never acknowledged that we were there. And then they finally looks up, how many? I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm so disappointed. I expected so much more out of a 5-star restaurant. It was horrible. The service sucked. They did nothing to make it a 5-star experience for me. They made it a transaction. Then the food just ended up being okay. It wasn't anything special. It didn't mean anything to me at all. The fact of the matter is, it was not 5-star service. It was not a 5-star experience. It was a 1-star experience, which sucked for me because I expected so much more. My expectations were here. So remember this: when you get in the habit of providing a 5-star service and a 5-star reviews and 5-star referrals, every time you go to a client's house, they're going to expect it because they know that you've been referred by a 5-star customer who said they're the best in the world. They're going to expect that from you every single time. So you have to be very consistent with your approach to doing business. You have to be very consistent with how you train your employees, how you train your staff, how you train anybody that does business with you who represents your company. So make sure you're providing the 5-star best service, and you'll get the 5-star referrals. Remember we talked about the more referrals you get, the less money you spend on advertising. And guess what that money does? It goes into your pocket. Yes, I said that. It goes into your pocket. Yes. So listen, 5-star. 5-star, 5-star. Build your whole business around this whole idea of being the very best at what I do in every possible way. Because if you don't, you'll end up going out of business. I'm going to give you one last quick example is this. I walked into this store in my local town where I lived, and they had post office boxes. It was one of them little stores, and the guy was just so miserably ignorant to me. Like, oh my God, I wish you wouldn't have come into my store today because you're just not as nice to me. I mean, he was just such a miserable person. He was miserable. And that is what made me never go back into that store. He was just an ass. He didn't care that I was there. He didn't care that I was there to do business. He didn't care that I was there to spend my money out of my pocket into his pocket. He didn't give a shit. So you know what I did? I didn't go back. That's the problem with business, is you have to be 5-star every day, all the time, everywhere you go. Consistency, being a 5-star excellent service provider, and that's going to change your business. And that's going to, remember what it's going to do? Put more money in your pockets. Okay, guys, can't wait to see you in the next lesson. Remember this, be 5-star in everything that you do.